Hey, Miles here, milesbeckler.com. In this video, you are going to learn the number one most important step in the funnel for consultants. Specifically, if you're doing the local marketing game or if you're working on that marketing arbitrage business blueprint that I've laid forth in many other videos, and you're trying to get that side hustle going where you're doing WordPress work or Facebook pay-per-click or you're doing SEO for people, this step that we're going to talk about here, it's a unique funnel step for you as a consultant and it deserves your attention keenly. So this is the one thing that you really have to make sure that you stay focused on. Now, obviously, the big goal and the number one goal as an entrepreneur is to get money and to make money, right? You make money when you land a new contract with a client. But what we're talking about today is that one step just before that. This is the domino that knocks over the domino that you really want to fall, which is earning income. So what is that? It's discovery calls. Discovery calls are the number one way for you to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt with a client that you are available, you're trustworthy, you're reliable, and you're ready to help. A discovery call is ultimately your sales presentation or an opportunity for you to present your services to that client, but what you're doing is you're positioning it in a way where it's a value add to them. You take some time to sit down with them either over Zoom.us or Skype for like a video conference, or you could use Google Hangouts, or you could sit down with them in person at a coffee shop. You could obviously do this over the phone as well. But really, as you're growing your business, and we're going to talk about the whole funnel and how it works in, this is that key piece. This is the small hinge that swings a really, really big door within a consulting business, because it's through these discovery calls that you're able to really build the rapport and prove that you're the individual that can help that company, that business owner, that entrepreneur, that manager, that vice president, whoever that actually is. You prove you can help them achieve their specific goals. So how does this fit in the greater framework? Well, for a digital-only business that sells info products or membership products, the funnel is usually content that sits on the outside, right? That's attention level content. And then there is the opt-in, that is something in exchange for a free giveaway. And then from there, you pretty much go to the sale, right? So that's a very, very, very simplified variant of the funnel. For a consultant, you will want to add the step inside of there of booking a discovery call. Now, there's a ton of calendar-based tools, such as Calendly, but be sure to search. There are many of these. And what your funnel ends up looking like is you still have that front-end content, right? You still have that valuable content that's designed to garner the attention of the individuals. Now, for an individual consultant, this could be your own meetup group in your area, right? It can be a physical thing, but it also can be a LinkedIn group that you're running. It could be your YouTube channel, your blog, etc., etc. So you've got that attention level content, and you may have a separate opt-in that's a free report that'll teach them how to do the things you're going to teach them, but a lot of times consultants will put that content out for free. And I've got an example I'm going to share how this is working out here in a minute. But then, after they have consumed some of your content, you give them the opportunity to book a free 15 or 30-minute call where you will get on the phone to see how you can help them grow their business, how you can help them identify and solve their specific problems. Now, from an individual who's looking for help in the world of local marketing, this is a huge opportunity to get essentially a 15 to 30-minute free consulting session. That's a great positioning for you in this situation. So what you have is you have your opt-in, your button, that trigger action that shows up on your website. Everything is focused on them actually booking a time on your calendar. This is the core of the idea. And your goal, if you want to hold a vision for yourself, your goal is to have your calendar filling itself up with phone calls, so your activities during the sales hours of your day is simply showing up for each and every one of these phone calls. Now, if you're doing 15-minute phone calls, you want to put at least 10 minutes in between them. Calls sometimes go over. They might take 5 minutes to get on the phone with you. They might want to go over a little bit. But ultimately, what you will do is you decide what hours each and every week you are available for these types of consulting sessions or discovery calls. Now, you want these to be during normal business hours in your market because that's when all of the other individuals on the other side of the table are going to be ready, able, and willing to connect with you in those business hours. So you choose the time that's best for you. If you like those morning hours, great. Set up from 10 o'clock till noon every single day are those slots that they're able to fill in. Through a tool such as Calendly, what you can do is you can actually pre-populate these 15-minute segments, putting your break in between so that you're never kind of conflicting or have overlapping time if one runs a little bit late, and then you're able to integrate this to your autoresponder. And this is really the magic. So the individual enters their email address when they're ready to book a time with you. The page that they reach after they give you your email address is actually a page where they can choose a time that you've already set aside, that you're guaranteed to be there on your phone ready to help them out. They choose the time that is best for them, and you simply pay attention to your calendar, you make the calls as they're going on, and you go into the sales process on each one of these calls. Now, I've mentioned sales and the sales process several times. My approach to selling has always been, number one, help them identify their biggest goal that they want to accomplish. Generally speaking, for people interested in digital marketing services, it's more clients, and specifically, it's more clients from the internet. Then the second goal is to really help identify what assets they have available to them, what's actually working. Do they have a WordPress site? Are they doing content marketing? Are they running paid ads, etc., etc.? Help them identify what's working, and from this kind of research and asking these types of inquiring questions to get them to tell you about their business model, their marketing structures, their funnels, their lack of funnels, their email list, their lack of email list, whatever it may be. This is how you identify those kind of low-hanging fruits or the biggest opportunities for them to grow their businesses, and that is obviously what you offer to help them with as this service. So the big picture is that they find your meetup group, they find your LinkedIn group, they find your YouTube content, they find your blog content when they're searching for help in this world. They consume your content and they're like, wow, this person definitely gets it. They've clearly demonstrated that they can be a trusted advisor through the content that they've published. At this point, they're wondering how they get a little bit more of your information, and they see that you offer a free 15 or a free 30-minute consultation. That sounds great to them because they have all these marketing problems. You're the individual that they trust. They book that. They just pop up on your calendar. You get an email notification. It literally will fill up your Google Calendar for you, and you just simply give them the call at the specific time, and that's where learning the art of sales comes in handy. If you're not great at sales, you need to be reading the books, the Tom Hopkins, the Zig Ziglars, all the greats of sales from yesteryear. You do need to learn and master ultimately the world and the art of sales. It is incredibly important for you. Now, how this works for a friend of mine, I got a friend, Dave Wooding. He helps me with all of my automations. He runs my kind of marketing automation systems. He helps me keep my membership running, my email lists, and all the fancy stuff, cart abandonment. He actually works on all of those bits and pieces for me, and he builds membership sites professionally. And he reached out and we were talking about an idea that he's been working on, which was kind of a course he wanted to create in order to teach people how to make their own membership sites. And his initial idea was to charge for the course, make it like a $97 course. And I suggested that he went ahead and actually moved this course beyond the free line. And instead, he built this entire course that's absolutely fantastic. I'll have the link pop up above my head here. And he gave it away for free on YouTube. It's an hour-and-a-half video, and it teaches you exactly how to go from not having a membership site or not being able to sell your own courses online to every single step in the process, from the email list to like literally everything, the shopping carts, the integrations, building the members area, the learning management system, all of it. He shows it in one video for free. And then he obviously has the calls to action on his main website, integratepro.com. Book a call, right? So what happens is people find his video when they're trying to figure out, how do I build a membership site? Because that's who he's great at helping. So people are searching on YouTube how to build a membership site. They find this video and they watch it and they're just like, wow, this Dave guy knows exactly what he's talking about. He's built the thing I want to build. This is an hour-and-a-half video. I don't have time to do this. I wonder if Dave can help me with this. They go to his website, and what's that big call to action on his website? It's not get a free thing. He already put that free thing up on YouTube. It's book a free call. So they book a free call with him. They get on the call. He talks to them for a little bit. How can they help? What do they need? Sometimes he's a great fit for them, and he's able to help them out, and ultimately they become a client, and he's great with long-term clients. Other times he's able to reference them to something else he's created, or sometimes it's not perfect, or the timing's not right for them, and that's fine as well. But this is how he's leveraged this idea of creating great content. I'm talking the type of content that other people charge for. It's what I've been trying to do with you here on this channel for 2.5 years, right? So it's excellent content that attracts the attention of the perfect potential client, and then the call to action, since he's a consultant, is the book a call, and they can pretty much walk themselves through the process of number 1, subscribing to his list, and number 2, getting on his calendar for a phone call, and ultimately he hops on the call, and that's how he lands every client. And we came up with this idea because I was like, Dave, do you talk on the phone to every client before they become a client? He said, absolutely, because he wants to make sure they're the type of person he wants to be working with. There's no better way to vibe someone out than hopping on a quick call with them, but he also likes to make sure that he's the right person for the job for them, because he doesn't like taking on jobs that he's not perfect for, so there's no click and buy option on his website, right? It's not a productized service, it's consulting. That's what consulting is. It's uniquely tailored to that individual in their situation. So putting this book a call system in place as that key step within the funnel is absolutely the kind of step to prosperity for him. If you're doing the local marketing thing, you need to have this system in place so your meetup members, when they go watch your YouTube video, they'll find your call to action that leads them to get themselves on the calendar with you so they can get 30 minutes free with you. You can demonstrate how many great ideas that you have to help them move their business forward, help them identify their problems, so you seem like the person who's clearly set to help them solve the problems, because if you can help them identify their problem more clearly than they can kind of state it themselves, you are by default the individual who can help them solve the problem, and then they get on the calendar, you get on the call, then you got to have them sales skills dialed in to get it to work, and that ultimately is the path. So that is the consultant's funnel, if you will, and that's really that key, that number 1 key step for consultants to grow a very large, successful consulting business. You got to book your calendar up. You know you're doing well as a consultant when you look at your calendar and you've got sales call after sales call after sales call, and when you have that 4-hour block of time each and every day scheduled out for the entire week, and when those new people are looking at next week's time slots, your pipeline will remain full. You will be able to be choosy as to who you bring on, so you can bring on the best clients that are the highest value, who you can help the most. That is when life gets fun and easy, and really that's when a consulting business can grow quite remarkably. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions for me, get at me in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, and ultimately subscribe. I do 3 videos a week, which means I got another video coming out for you here soon. I thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will connect with you on the next video. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Until we meet again, be well.